How what's up, y'all? It's popping. It's D. About to react to this vid by a Tropologist. It's titled "King Von's Most Disrespectful Moments Behind Bars." How the hell we know what he was doing behind bars? And there looks like there's a clip of a video of him hugging another guy, or maybe fighting somebody. In the thumbnail, why do we got this footage? I don't know, but I'm nosy. Let's watch.
From beating up ops to nearly burning down the whole jail. These
What
are
the
King
hell?
Von's most disrespectful and savage moments behind bars. Recently, King Von.
One time I burned, well, if you know, you know. I'm not repeating myself. I need to stop telling my business over here and just limit telling my business on Patreon. So I'm gonna shut up.
Has been the main topic of discussion after footage of him started going viral while doing time in Cook County Jail. But first, let's talk about what landed him behind bars. In 2014, King Von was chilling at a house party, and during the party, a guy named Malcolm Stuckey and some of his friends were mugging Von to try and scare him. Von decided not to try anything since he was outnumbered, so he left the party in a great vehicle to go pick up his homie, Big Mike, for backup. Around 45 minutes later, King Von and Mike returned to the party, but parked in an alley near the house. The two of them hopped out of the car with loaded guns and headed to the front of the house. Malcolm Stuckey and two others were sitting on the front porch when Von and Big Mike opened fire on them. Malcolm and the other man ran down the street to escape, but both ended up getting hit. The other man on the porch was hit as well, as he was attempting to run inside the house. In the end, 3 people were critically wounded, but Malcolm Stuckey unfortunately got hit in the head and passed away later that day. After the drill, Von and Big Mike ran back to their whip and fled the scene, but both of them ended up getting arrested days later. During the investigation, over 20 shell casings were recovered. Big Mike even admitted to police that he shot a gun 15 to 16 times at one of the victims. King Von, on the other hand, refused to say anything during interrogation.
Right, what the hell? Why would you admit to that? Look, you can't waterboard no admission of no crime out of me. I ain't saying nothing.
So the two were held without bond and were facing life in prison for charges of first-degree murder and 2 attempted murders. And while behind bars, King Von was still breaking the rules and disrespecting his ops. Starting with the time King Von straight up exposed his op in jail because all of the inmates were in a holding cell. And while in the cell, everything was all good until Von noticed his op, 051 Freaky. Once he saw him, Von slipped out of his handcuffs and headed toward Freaky. Freaky tried to hide, but Von caught him because he couldn't do much and started throwing hands at him, knocking him to the ground. 2 other inmates joined in to help Von, and thankfully, prison guards came to the rescue and broke everything up. And Von and Freaky were both removed from the bullpen. And one thing that had everyone confused was how Von was able to slip out of the handcuffs.
He clearly had a lot of experience.
You can see the marks from the cuffs on his arm. How'd you get out of your cuffs? How'd you get out of your cuffs? You know what? How'd you get out of your cuffs? You thought you were still in them? Are you double trying it? I'm just asking. I'm not gonna put a case on you or nothing. I just want to know, man.
Turns out, the reason Von attacked Freaky was since he had a disrespectful tattoo on his body saying LA Capone. Now, long after the incident, someone made a tweet saying Von beat somebody up before court yesterday because he had a LA tattooed on his arm. After the fight, police wanted a statement from Von and Freaky. And this is what Von had to say when questioned by police.
You always explain what happened? You refuse to give a statement?
That's my statement right there.
Mr. Bennett
You on
stated
camera.
that he did not do
You on candid
anything.
camera, sir.
Anything else you want to add? You have any injuries?
051 Freaky also stayed solid after the fight because when questioned, this is what he had to say.
Mr. Howard, you always explain what happened?
That was slight.
Anything else you want to add? Do you have any injuries?
People weren't surprised that Von did that when saying Freaky, since 051 are the ones responsible for LA Capone's death. Because on September 26, 2013, while leaving the recording studio around 6 p.m., LA went to look for his ride down the street. As he was walking down the alley near 70th Street and Stony Island Avenue, he was approached by a dude later identified as 051 Lil Mick and gunned down. So Von wanted to get back to that situation. But that ain't the only time Von exposed one of his ops while behind bars, because he also did the same with Lil J. One clip went viral where Von asked the guards if he could get moved to protective custody. And it seemed like he wanted to get moved there badly because he even put on a suspicious act so the guards could move him there.
Sexual orientation requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Valid charge.
I know you lying. This man was a troll.
You too.
And Vine didn't actually want to get moved to protective custody. He just wanted to get moved to another deck.
He doesn't want anything. He just wants to move across the hall. I asked him if he wanted a piece, he don't want it. He just wants to move across the hall.
At first, no one knew the real reason why he was doing this, but it turned out that he didn't want to be on the same deck as his op, Lil J, since Lil J is very sus. Once Vine found out that Lil J was in protective custody, he told the guards that he couldn't go there due to Lil J being in there, since Lil J takes booty.
I'm trying to get someone up there trying to kill you without.
That doesn't happen in protective custody. I just offered you protective custody and you refused it.
I'm saying, I done did so much to people in the real. You gotta check my pants over. Y'all got all that shit on the computer. You got jump on going.
Sir, that's up to classification to assign you different cells, okay?
Vine isn't the only one who doesn't want to be around Lil J, because his own friend, FBG Butter, doesn't even want to be around him. Because instead of being around Lil J, Butter asked guards if he could be moved to the hole.
Well, my rapping down, I got a whole key separate on my rapping. My rapping got me jumped on and everything. I can't go there now.
Oh my god.
What else? Yeah, I'm not going on shit. I just got ain't bringing me calm. Cause you want to come to one?
At first, not a lot of people believed Vine when he tried exposing Lil J for being suspicious while behind bars, because Lil J would always deny the rumors.
Another thing too is people were talking about, some or messing with a guy. Let's clear the air on that too. That's like the number one thing people
When
want to
I
talk
heard
about.
that was the most goofiest I ever heard in my life. And I knew it had to come from somebody goofy or something. You don't never play with my name like that, man. I don't say no when I was out there.
But the truth came out once the clip got leaked of Lil J letting a guy sit in his lap and kiss on him.
Oh, that's the guy?
And that ain't the only clip that proved
Well,
the rumors
obviously.
to be true.
I forgot they were in jail for a second. I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, they're in jail. So obviously it's a guy. That's a very little guy. And look at his hair. But, okay.
And that ain't the only clip that proved the rumors to be true, because another clip got leaked showing Lil J confronting another inmate, since the inmate was harassing the dude that he talks to. Because in the clip, the dude calls Lil J to his cell to let J know that he's not leaving the cell since an inmate is harassing him. So Lil J then goes over to confront the inmate who was harassing the dude, and they meet in the cell to settle their differences. After the altercation, Lil J is removed from the day room by the guards, and the dude that Lil J was dating was finally able to walk out of his cell. After these clips hit the internet, people said King Vine was right all along, and even some of Lil J's own gang members were clowning him after seeing those clips.
So to see you sitting there to be talking up a boy, trying to force a boy into the washroom, they mean that.
How do we have this footage? These guards or whoever are messy as hell, because why was this even leaked? I'm so confused. Why do we know the tea that was occurred inside jail? The fuck?
Anybody, given the time and the place, you the booty man.
Not the booty man.
No,
The booty
that's the
warrior.
booty man.
One of Lil J's closest partners, King Yella, even confirmed the rumors to be true and explained what Lil J tried doing to him once.
I've seen you kind of speak on Little
You?
J in the past
Okay.
a little bit, man. But I came across an old Say Cheese clip where you said that he tried to kiss you.
Tried to kiss me off a pill, man.
But Lil J isn't the only one who threw hands in the day room, because Vine was also in the day room one day, and two dudes were jumping one of his ops. So once Vine saw what was going on, he decided to jump in, and things didn't turn out nice after he did this. Because after someone tried to run up on Vine after he jumped in, and that's when Vine threw a hook and dropped the dude before getting chased by cops and tackled to the ground. But Vine ain't only getting into fights with other inmates while in jail, because he also had an incident where he had to fight a guard since, and he explains this situation in his interview after everything took place.
There was an incident that occurred up there at 2034 hours with Division 9 staff. Do you care to tell me in your own words what happened up there?
There was a refusal. The inmate didn't want to come and seal me. So the watcher came. The watcher came in the room and said, go to the back. I told him I need to talk to him. Instead of talking, he just pushed me, got to punch me. Grabbed me by my hair, slammed me into the toilet. Other COs burst in. They brought me downstairs. My hands too. They tried to say I hit him or something. Got no marks on my hands.
But that ain't nothing, because there's even an incident where King Von almost burned the whole jail down while being locked up. Because on April 15, 2017, King Von and several other inmates set fire to the Cook County Jail. The whole room was smoked out, and the fire was slowly getting larger. But over time, the fire slowly died out before things got too out of hand. Von was doing all types of things in jail, because there's even footage showing Von popping pills while behind bars. And once guards found out, they instantly put Von in handcuffs and took him to the hole for doing this. And after sitting in jail and going crazy for 3.5 years, Von's trial finally began. The trial lasted a total of 5 days, and the outcome was surprising, because Big Mike, Von's co-defendant, got sentenced to 28 years, and Von got acquitted of all charges. Von was finally free after 3.5 years in the Cook County Jail. Not too long after getting out of jail, Von got into a situation with Quando Rondo and lost his life outside of an Atlanta nightclub. But speaking of getting into it, click this video to see.
Why they let that man out of jail is beyond me. All of the ruckus that it was causing in there, that's wild. This is very entertaining video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye.